Our topic is unmute your presence. The topic is, by name is very simple, that you need to show your presence. And it's only possible when we speak up, we share our thoughts, we express ourselves. And that power of expression shows our existence. Today's topic is not only about showing the existence. Today's topic is that we can show our existence when we possess the knowledge, we acquire the knowledge. And as the great persons have said historically, that life is too short to learn by own mistakes. It's better to learn from the mistakes of others also. The good and bad of others also, because they are all our mentors. We need to define them as our mentor. And this is going to be a key driver in our life. This is going to be a key driver in the field of management to show our existence. To start our session, let me quote a very famous scientist, Albert Einstein, we know. And he said it very clearly, okay? He said it very clearly that if you cannot explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. You know, when in our offices, in our interaction, we try to ask something or somebody asks us something, correct? So what we do, we try to express that with completeness, maybe the complex language. But at the end of the person who's asking the information to you, he'll ask you, "Yaar, just tell me simply what you're telling. What is the meaning of this?" Express it simply. To express something very simple, you should be much thorough on that subject. Then only you can know what is the detail of that subject, and if you have been asked to give it only one word or the 5 words on that subject, what is the central idea of that subject with the simple words. If you have watched one Indian movie called Three Idiots, okay, it's one of the very famous movie. If you find time, watch it sometime. In that, the professor asked about the language of machine. What is a machine? So one student speaks up the definition which is defined in the books. And one student just given a simple example of that in 1 or 2 words. The machines which make our jobs easy, that's all. Which support us, that's all. That is a simply expression of the machine. And there is a technical language, there is a technical definition of 6-7 lines. But if you speak up on somebody who's new on that, he will not understand that because he is not understanding engineering jargon. So the point to take up from this slide is that in the office, when we are discussing on some topic, try to express that topic in a very simple words in the beginning. Then if it's asked more details on that, go into that. So the lesson number 1. And that really makes your existence, that makes your liking in the office more. They will tell you very clearly, yes, go to the gentleman, he will explain you exactly what is the subject about it, and if you need details, you can find out further. So be on that mode. He has Three Idiots movie. Okay, now to get this, guys, we are starting our journey on the presentation. Relax, put your seatbelt, okay, push back and just enjoy the session, okay? I want you to enjoy the session today, okay? So there are 2 types of mentorship. One is we look for a mentorship in the market. We look for a mentorship around us, okay? And we take their help to grow. And this is, remember one point, right now industry is starving on mentorship. In our detailed mentorship sessions, 2 sessions, we discussed this point. But today the idea is search your mentors, acquire them, tell them I want you to be my mentor. And sometimes you need not to tell them you are mentor, learn what they are doing it by just watching it. The first mentor of my life, I will not say first, only the very first one, but one of the early mentors of my life. This post is there on my LinkedIn also, you can see. The caption is the CEO of his own life. In my primary education, a place called Harda in Madhya Pradesh, I had a friend in my classroom called named Arun. So we'll attend the school from morning 7 to 12, and then in the peak summer, my friend Arun will sell the ice candies on the street and very loudly on the street when he's walking, kulfi le lo in Hindi. Guys, the man, that young boy, he's not man, he's young boy. He was anchoring his family. And this is an explicit example of ultimate ownership. A CEO of the company, he comes down on the floor and he says, my team needs a support, I'm there, let's work by hand. So, the example here is to become the CEO of his own life, you need not to look for anything. Just do it. When it comes on you, do it. When a system, as a leader, you need a support, provide a support to your company. Don't think you are a white collar. Don't be shy in becoming the blue collar. Take the work by hand. See how the examples are around us and how we interpret them. It takes time. But when you look back, you say, wow, I learned. And you know what? There are some mentorship examples there which you will not understand in deep at that point of time. But you will feel that, no, yeah, you are getting a solution. When you will analyze it at a later date, then you will realize, yes, I got that mentorship there. Second mentorship. Same town, my Harda. Childhood. A friend, it's high school. A friend called Shubhash. He will attend a school with us. He's good at study. But he was a son of a cobbler. He is a son of a cobbler. And after school hours, he will sit in the market and he will do the shoes repair work. Guys, and I was amazed the way he used to repair. If the chance was given to me, I cannot do it because the skill he did it. So what's that exactly? That's the difference between boss and a leader. The leader learns by hand. Leader leads the team. He knows what to do exactly, how the things are done. Boss commands, leader does. So this kind of skill sets are learnt by hand. And nowadays he's running a very big shoe business, by the way. So the question here is skill set development. You need not to be worried who is your mentor. You just look for a mentor in your life. When I joined my first job in ONGC in India, the technicians were my first mentor in the industry, precious mentor, who taught me how to work by hand. Their contribution to teach me will remain lifelong. That was my strength. That is what I learned. One of my boss, in my early ages, I was young, 22, 23 years old. He said, Nitin, I know the gentleman name, just one thing. Okay, God bless him, where he is right now, I'm not aware exactly. You know what he told me? I'm talking of the story of, the real event of 1991. He said, Nitin, because we have developed a project at that time and we got a very costly equipment also. He said, Nitin, don't worry, learn. अगर 5 करोड़ का इक्विपमेंट खराब भी होता तो कंपनी के पास बहुत पैसा है, चिंता मत करो. By the way, ONGC, what I said, I'll speak in English, don't worry. ONGC is number 1 national oil company in India and it is a very rich company, cash rich company, revenue rich company. So he said, Nitin, even if a big amount goes bad, which is 5 crore rupees, Indian rupees, if spoiled, don't worry, company has a rich money. See, the way he told me, it is not that I can spoil anything. I did not spoil for my company even one fill in my life. I was at most cautious. But that confidence boost which I got to do the things, to sell in the unknown waters, it comes from that mentorship. So today, if you are a mentor, if you are a leader for somebody, do that. Give a free hand to your subordinates. Give a free hand to your team. That's our strength. That's our strength. This is how we grow our industry. This is how we grow our company. Thanks to those mentors. Thanks to those mentors. And we all should be thankful to those mentors who has added a value in our life. And we all have those. Look back, look in the past, look in the present, and you will get them, you will find them. Now, that was just 2-3 examples given from the history. There are many more mentors, there are many more persons who added a value, who added their own diamonds in my life. And we all have those diamonds in our life. But how to learn from your own self-mistakes? How to improvise? It's a continuous evolution. We need to keep evolving in ourselves. We need to grow ourselves. How to do that? Remember these 3 points always in your life. Observe and adopt. Be observation. Keep your eyes, ears open. What is happening around us? And learn continuously. If you did something last time, but when you see right now how others are doing it, or how improvisation you can yourself do it, try to improve yourself. Self-reflection. Try to see what best you can do. What you did was great, but further best how it can be done. What extra value you can add to your next step when you are doing that again. Self-reflection. And third is recognize your mistakes. Make sure that we learn from our mistakes. Accept the mistakes. Say, yes, I did a mistake. In office, do not be shy in putting the mistakes on others. If you forgot it, say, I forgot it. Simple straight. Or sorry, I was not knowing about it, but I will look into it, I will improvise. Because the time you accept your mistakes become your mentors. It's a journey from M to M, mistakes to mentors. So do not be shy in ignoring, or do not be shy in not accepting your mistakes. Accept them. What you see in front of you is a young Nitin at the age of maybe 10 or 11 years, maybe, yes. And I was I went to stage to deliver a speech, okay? And what happened actually? Within just maybe less than a minute, I started fumbling, okay? I started that. Then I started arm twisting. You know, when we get nervous, so we hold our pant and we do it like this, correct? I started doing that, and almost a minute, I get out of the stage myself because I could not able to deliver, because audience were expecting me to speak up, and I was looking at their face and their gesture become over a bit when you are doing it. They will not boost you immediately, okay? So their reaction will come that they are not getting what they are looking for to listen from you. And then you come down, and I just left the stage, and I was out of the hall actually. Okay, this is a true event which happened with me. It happened. You cannot help it out. So I discussed with my father, and so my father said, let's discuss anything today over the dinner. We'll discuss this point. And my father, in the evening when we were sitting together, so my father said very clearly 2-3 things to me, which is in my brain forever now, since that time. He said, Nitin, look, the speech which you were supposed to deliver was written by me. Actually, my father wrote that speech for me. Second thing is, okay, I wrote, that's fine. But you know what, after that, you have not understood it very well. You mugged up. You just try to remember the things, and you thought you will go, and what you remembered you will reproduce on the stage. You have not understood it deeply. You should not miss. You have not given the due diligence to understand the concept, the soul of that speech. See, when you are young at age of 10, 11, you are not able to understand the whole thing what they are telling by their experience, but you understand something that next time let me prepare my own speech. After that, I started writing my own speech debate, speech, whatever competition comes, I will write my own stuff first. I will take a first draft to my father for corrections required, to my teachers, what they add a value. And then I started building up my own thoughts, what I write there. And till college, let me share this very honestly, and I feel I feel a good feel when I share this thing. I have almost more than 200 certificates from my school and college in debate competitions, in extempore speech competition, in the speech competition, in the creative writing. And this is all was a trigger which came to change me. The first failure on stage. And great that I had a good mentors around me, and I was ready to work on my mistakes. Because that was my internal desire. It was fascinating to me. I want to give a speech. I want to express. So this is my first failure turned into a speaker. Second thing, in the grade 7, I will not forget this in my life. In the grade 7, there was a social science subject was there, and there is a subject in that, there was a section called invention of penicillin, the antibiotics, first antibiotics in the world. And somehow I was not able to remember it. Means I was not learning, I tried to make 1 or 2 attempts. I could not able to understand it. Probably I was in the stage of not learning it, rather. Sometimes it happens that your brain says, yeah, you will not understand it. Like you come to that mode. Then I asked my friends, I tried to make an arrangement on that subject. And I asked my friend, sir, I'm not getting it. So he said, Nitin, try one more time. But I said, no, I tried several times. I'm not understanding it. So you know what? Then one of my friends suggested, Nitin, if that is the case, so this is an important chapter which will definitely come in exams. So why can't you do cheating? I said, what's that? I never done it. Means I know about cheating, but I never done it. He said, don't worry, Nitin. Try to write that segment from the book on a small slip piece of paper and take it in exam. And if you commit, just use that to copy that. I said, no, you can get caught. I said, Nitin, you have no solutions. But this is very critical. It may come in exams. And believe me, I seriously made a chit on a piece of paper, writing very meticulously, because they said, Nitin, it should be small letters, not a big letters, so that you can size should be handy, so you can use that to copy in the copybook. Okay, guys, I made the whole section on a piece of paper. I wrote it, looking at book, writing here, looking at book, writing. And then a magic happened, which I was not doing at that point of time, but later on I understood that. By the time I complete my write-up, that content was already as if I was not writing on the piece of paper. That content was written on my brain. And after that, I tear that chit. So that is how the thought of cheating came, and that is how the thought of cheating evaporated. But what was the magic behind it? What happened? The most important thing which happened, that there is a motor connection that is called a motor connection between your hand and your brain. So when you write it, you get more into that subject. Your brain focuses more on it. Your brain starts visualizing it. Your hand doesn't visualize, your hand writes. But because of motor connection between your hand and your brain, you are able to visualize that. When you write it, your more brain portion get activated. And you become an expert in that subject when you write it. Your visualization increases. Your brain area get more active. And then accordingly, you are able to look into the things very clearly. So this was the science behind this event which happened with me. So what we should do, I'll go back just to the first slide. Now, let's take something for our professional journey now. Just take something for our professional journey. We are going to our meetings, we are going to our discussions points or something like that, correct? The first step what we should do is write down your thoughts. Write down your points, what you want to discuss. Just don't go bluntly to the meetings. Just don't go to the discussions like this. Write down your thoughts, organize them. try to visualize, because when you write it, you understand, yeah, this has this point. This main point has a 3 bullets, 1, 2, 3. Then, okay, these 3 bullets are correlated to this subject. So this is how you start. That means you yourself is writing a book on that subject. And your brain is supporting you to collect all the ideas on that subject. So when you want to unmute your presence, the first step for unmuting your presence in our professional world is write down your thoughts. Compose yourself. Make them well presentable, well connected thoughts. That is the first very, very important stage of our professional grooming. There are some persons who come to the meeting and they are not organized. They will start speaking something from the issue from the previous meeting which we already closed, because they did not read the minutes of meeting of the previous session, and they are just starting as they started last time, because they did not focus in the last meeting. They did not had a time, or they did not do a homework to read the minutes of meeting, and third, they did not make the bullet points for this new meeting now, which is to address some more extra points, subsequent points. And when you will do it, it irritates me a lot also in such situation. But do not lose your temperament on such situations. You should be well prepared. You should be well organized. You are able to connect the history versus present versus future. So you should be in a position to make a proper connect. And in that meeting, speak up. Say, boss, this point was already discussed in the last meeting and we closed it. Now in this meeting, we had some new 2 points to discuss. That is where we are discussing. And we already agreed upon this point. Because every time reopening the previous page of the book, you're not able to finish your book anytime. So that's why, see how precious it is, how precious your preparation is. Prepare what was done last time, write it down your new points, identify what is required in the future, bring the future ideas, put it on the piece of paper. So the first point to unmute your presence is prepare well with written preparation. I know in the era of computers, you will say, sir, who writes now? Okay, I still write. I still write my thoughts. It will be in bullet points. No need to write the whole thing. No need to make a chit for exams, what I was making once upon a time. But put the bullet points. Put the sub-bullet points so that you are well organized. You know how to connect them. You know the theory about it. You know the details about it. But put them on the piece of paper. That is point number 1, preparation. Write down your thoughts for well connectivity. Next thing. See, this presentation is not for any medical advice or something like that. No, it's not for that. It's for, and probably you may be a very good speaker. You could be a very good presenter. You could be a well interactor. Okay, you could able to, in simple word I will say, you are able to present your thoughts in a well organized manner. Then good. We have to learn from each other. That's the only thing we can do. And spread that. Next is, the next stage to prepare yourself is self-talking and mirror talking. Speak up. What you wrote, speak up on that. And you are doing it yourself right now. You are not in the meeting room. You are preparing yourself. You are either in your chamber or you are at home, whatever is there. You are speaking up. And then speak up on that subject with authority, with the thoughts. Try to compose, because you know what, when you start speaking up, it happens. Even though when you write down your thoughts, but sometimes what happens, I have seen the many persons when they start speaking, I do not know in the talk where they goes. Because when they will keep speaking, the main central idea of that discussion get lost by that time. No. This is only possible when you do a self-talk. You know how much to speak, first of all, what to speak, what should be your central idea to speak, and ignoring what others are speaking which is not relevant to the subject. So you need to take a lead at that time to stop even that discussions also, that we are focusing on these discussions. So start doing that self-talking. And the second thing is, with self-talking attach one more hook, which very industry proven phenomena, which is called mirror talking. Stand in front of mirror, make eye-to-eye contact with the self. Okay? Speak, because in the meeting you will see some persons are there. Okay, when they will speak their point, they will say like this. They will not look at you. They will not look at it. Okay, I thought that like this. He will try to hide. He will try to avoid the eye-to-eye contact with others. In the meeting or in the public speaking, remember, today when I am speaking to you, I am making an eye-to-eye contact with you guys. The eye-to-eye contact is very important. that means it indicates that what you're speaking is making a sense and you're speaking with a confidence. You're speaking with a confidence. So make sure that you do that mirror talk. Do the mirror talk. It will remove even a 1 inch of shyness is in you. It will remove it, believe me. And it helps a lot. It helps a lot. Still I do sometimes. Still I do my self-talk. To connect my idea, not to flow unnecessary in the meeting and go 1,000 miles away from where the point of return is not there. Because we all work in a systematic, precious manner. We work only for some time durations, correct? And that time is very precious to work. So compose your ideas in writing, compose your ideas in speaking, and prepare yourself very well. This is your self-preparation. Huh? This is purely your self-preparation. And this self-preparation, now you start testing. Discuss with your friends, your family, your colleagues. Have a pre-talks before meeting. I'm just putting a meeting as one of the event. Huh? It could be anything. Probably you may be hosting an annual conference of your organization. I do not know what responsibility you get. And I wish that we all get, every one of us who is present here should get bigger and bigger responsibilities in the ladder to organize a good events and to organize the good business meetings, organize the good business seminars. So discuss, speak up with your families, your friends, your colleagues. Before the meeting, before the conferences, go figure it out, discuss with them. That will give you a great courage to present yourself, to find anything you are missing. And with this, once you do that, surely you are making yourself so sturdy, so expressive that why you should talk to family, friends and colleagues. What is the benefit of it? You know, your family, friends and colleagues are your good listener. Okay? Because you are in communication with them. So, but when you talk with them, you will understand, you will get a genuine feedback from them that what is the place of improvisation. You can talk to them, tell them what was missing there. Probably when you are speaking in front of audience or you are presenting in the annual conferences, they will not give you feedback on that spot. You have to do your best. So, but before that, somebody need to correct you. Somebody need to make you okay. Somebody had to certify your presentations. Somebody need to review you. So these are the things. Family, friends and colleagues are your best reviewer. If you are organizing a marriage in your family, who are your best reviewers? Your family and your friends. If you are arranging an annual conference or you are arranging a board meeting for your company, who are your best feedback reviewer? Your colleagues, your professional world. So try to do that, okay, and build your social proof. Correct? And after this, wish you all the best. Do a presentations. Lead the team in a small meetings or in a big gathering with you. But now you are a time-tested product, ready to launch yourself, ready to express yourself with pretty confident, with eye-to-eye contact, always remember. So this is a journey of what we saw right now. It's a journey of expression, journey of unmuting yourself. Everyone may not need this treatment. I'll not say treatment. Everyone may not need this cycle. Probably you're already at that skill. So wish you all the best to excel further. But if you're not at that stage, follow these steps. Step 1, write your thoughts daily. See, I was listening something today and I was highly impressed by that. Motivation speeches are good. Probably they may not have that long-lasting impact. But one thing is very good. If you are motivated to be self-disciplined, no, I will do it like this now. I'll follow this now. If you are determined for that, surely that discipline will elevate you to the expectation or that dream what you are dreaming actually. So the step 1 is write down your thoughts to make your brain organize. Let your brain support you to give more and more ideas on that subject. Have a more connectivity. Second is mirror and self-talk. Practice. To balance out yourself. You don't speak more, you don't speak less. You speak precise and you speak with confidence. Third is what you have done, expression of that, testing of that with family and social sharing, family, friends and colleagues. You are testing. You say pilot. So you are testing your pilot, Nitin pilot. I'm testing Nitin as a pilot. They are my first feedbacks. And once I have done this thing, Go for public speaking, organize your board meetings, organize your annual conferences, lead that task. And everybody in our life, we get an opportunity to conduct the meetings, small gatherings, conduct the big events. And it will be really great to see you and that fulcrum, to see you at that position where you are following the steps with a disciplined manner. Only I need one commitment from you today. And once our session is done, we'll interact. But confirm me that you will be disciplined to the steps of unmute, the process of unmute. And these are step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Simple and straight. Dialogue must go on. The whole story of motivation, the whole story of self-commitment, self-discipline is for one objective. You cannot isolate your thoughts. You cannot work in isolation. You must go, dialogue must go on, negotiations must go on, and for that you need to follow step 1 to step 4 to ensure that dialogues are continuous. Dialogues are not halted. There is no pause. I tried to translate them in a couple of languages on my screen, what you can see. If I miss some language, I'm sorry for that, and consider that that language is already here. Okay, it was just to give an idea that, because you know what, that when we read in our, till today, my mother tongue is Hindi, for example, because I studied primarily in Hindi. So when I see the word in Hindi, they gave better impact on my brain immediately. So that's why I translated this, that try to see in your mother languages, okay, this word. If not is here, just translate this and see. That will give you a confidence that yes, we need to continue the dialogues. And for that, we need to prepare well. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And today we are committed after this session, because I'm on my last slide now, okay. So the power of voice, rewrite the story of self-motivation. And most importantly, which is not written on the screen right now, self-discipline. Build yourself on the path of discipline. Present yourself on the path of discipline. So with this, I conclude my talk on the subject.